News Radio 700 WLW.
There are legal matters afoot that we need to discuss, and nobody better than our old buddy. He's been a defense attorney. He's been a prosecutor. He's been everything there is under the sun as far as law goes. I don't think you've been a judge, though, have you, Jeremy?
I judge people, and I'm very judgmental.
I'm the same.
I do it for free. I don't do it for pay.
That's kind of a hobby of mine, too. Jeremy Rosenthal is our guest. And, Jeremy, first off, I had read the other day that this Coldplay dude was considering suing Coldplay. The guy, the CEO, got busted. Does that guy have the remotest leg to stand on?
Well, he's going to need a bunch of lawyers, but that's probably not what playing offense is not one of the reasons that I think he'll need. I think first thing he's going to need is a divorce lawyer. I think that's number one. I think the husband already filed against the lady, and I wasn't clear if she was divorced or not already, but that's already happening. But I'm reading more, because I'm a lawyer and I've got to ruin every issue, everything that's fun and interesting and dramatic. I've got to, what's the law say, right? So let's ruin this issue, right? The Coldplay issue, which, by the way, Astronomer that's based in Cincinnati, isn't it? That's what I've read.
Absolutely.
Okay. And you know what? They got some market brand recognition now, so that's good.
Oh, big time.
Yeah.
I
never heard of them. So let's start with, when you're the CEO, you owe what's called a fiduciary duty to your shareholders. And if he has a clause in his contract, and it sounds like an Astronomer is the type of place to do this, that says it's a morals clause. If you do something that's going to embarrass the company like this and our stock plummets, they might be able to claw back some of this guy's equity. So his problems are just kind of getting real. Now, of course, surely he's like in Peru or something by this point. I mean, where would you be? I'd be,
Oh, God. I'd probably be in a
grave
grave because my wife would have killed me by now.
Oh.
But, yeah.
You would have gone home?
Well, she'd have found me.
Okay. Fair enough. Yeah.
Is that a standard thing for? Is that a standard thing? Clause?
I would think a morals
most
clause.
CEOs or.
The bigger you are, and the bigger your company is, the more ducats you got riding on it.
Gotcha.
I would think that's going to be pretty common, and you're always going to have. You look at companies, you look at small businesses, and you know what? Let's turn this into a legal news you can use thing here. Let's do a PSA. Let's grow from this. Mom and pop shops, they're going to print off contracts from the internet. They might know somebody who's a lawyer, but things are not in writing, and they need to be in writing, and they're going to be in writing very poorly. The more sophisticated your companies get and the more sophisticated your corporations are going to get, the more they're going to do things like this. They're going to look at keeping people on the hook, at executives on the hook, at the ability to claw back some of this type of money. So the point is to people is get it in writing, business deals, contracts, leases, in an employment law. Really, when you start talking about what my clientele is, which you would call C-suite executives, right? Actually, what I get, there's the C-suite executives, and then there's their idiot brothers. That's my client, right? That's who I get.
The brother-in-law of one of our iHeartMedia execs, for example.
Thank you. Right, everybody's got them,
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
And God willing, the C-suite executive themselves. But when you have clientele that's like that, they're really sophisticated, and you've got a lot of money, and a lot of things can go wrong, and a lot of these types have lawyers really at their beck and call. A company like Astronomer has probably what's called in-house counsel, meaning they've got actual lawyers that work for the company, and they coordinate with bigger law firms who are the creme de la creme of this type of thing. So you would think that they've got a lot of very detailed, very structured employment agreements in place, and I would be pretty stunned if he didn't have some kind of a morality clause.
Yeah, we're talking to Jeremy Rosenthal. And switching gears, Jeremy, how about this lawsuit that Trump has filed against the Wall Street Journal? Has that got legs at all?
So with Trump and a lot of these lawsuits, first off, the basic legal equation is that it's a real difficult claim to anytime you're suing a media outlet and you're a public official, you've got the First Amendment. So you've got to show some kind of actual malice and you've got to show damages. It's very hard. But what we've seen from Trump when he has been suing media outlets, CBS, ABC, when he's been suing them, and in a larger sense, when he's been taking action, executive action against say Harvard or some of these other organizations, it's really designed not so much for the company, it's designed for the bystanders, right? It's designed so that so when Trump comes out with an executive order that says this law firm, I'm going to target you and I'm going to stick the Justice Department on you because of your DEI issues. What that does is it maybe the lawsuit, maybe the law firm fights back and maybe they don't fight back. But what happens is their clients, who are a lot of them are government contractors and a lot of them, have regulatory business with government, say, no, we don't care. We want to keep the administration happy. So if you don't do what the administration says, we're out. So a lot of times to make a really, really long answer out of this, when Trump sues the Wall Street Journal, it's not just about the X's and O's of that lawsuit. It's about the 40,000-foot view and how Trump is trying to send a message, if you will, to investors, to other media outlets. So I think it's about the broader statement, not just the lawsuit.
And Jeremy, as someone who's in the newspaper business, it's a very high standard of proof, right, for a public official, a public figure to win a libel or a slander case.
New York Times versus Sullivan. But yes, keep going. I'm sorry, I was cutting you off.
Well, that was my does Trump, as you again what you've read in news reports, does Trump have a case here?
I've not. It's very, like you said, it's extremely hard to figure that he does, and it would be, now again, we don't know what he's looking at, and we don't know what we don't know yet at this point. When you look at the CBS lawsuit, right? So let's take the theory that CBS is liable because they edited a Kamala Harris 60 Minutes interview because they wanted her to win the presidency, right? If that is his legal theory there, first off, is that actual malice? Now, first off, is there anything defamatory? I don't know that there is, right? I mean, if you're going to go and you're going to say, they're going to accuse Donald Trump of being on the Epstein list, now that would be defamatory, and if they didn't have evidence and you're trying to hurt Donald Trump, is that a viable theory of defamation? It may very well be. But that's not what happened in the CBS case. But when you cut even deeper on the CBS case and you look at it, okay, so let's say that, defamation aside, what are your damages, Mr. Trump? Well, they tried to prevent me from winning the White House. Well, we won the White House. So what are our damages here, right? But it wasn't about the money. It wasn't about 60 Minutes. It was about some greater thing that Trump was trying to accomplish with the media, maybe with his voter base. Maybe that's what this was after. Maybe he's going after the Wall Street Journal because he's concerned about his voter base sort of kind of turning back on him on the Epstein thing. So that could be what he's going after here. But when we look at Trump with these lawsuits, I think it's a big mistake to just look at the X's and O's, because New York Times versus Sullivan, very clear, a very hard standard.
Right.
All right, with that, Jeremy, we'll see how all this plays out, and watch this poor Coldplay CEO just roasting his own juices for a while, because it ain't getting any better.
No. For $50 million or whatever his net worth is that worth putting up with this? It's close.
Well, I hope that $50 million goes a long way, because I don't think he's going to be making a whole lot of scratch from here on out. Jeremy, with that, we'll let you go, buddy. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Jeremy.
Our good friend Jeremy Rosenthal. He's been a prosecutor. He's been a defense attorney. He knows it all.